It's April 15th, 2021, and I'm in Galveston, Texas with my cousin Nancy Bell. We're talking about our aunt, Pearl Bell, who inspired both of us. Pearl Bell was born in 1897 in Edmond, Oklahoma. She graduated from college with a degree in education and accepted a job as a high school English teacher in Chicago because it paid more than any other city. She was an amazing person. Nancy, tell me what you remember about Aunt Pearl.
So in the early 50s, we would go to Lake Michigan to visit my Aunt Pearl. And she had this small house that was like a couple of blocks off of Lake Michigan, off the beach. We would play on the beach. There were sand dunes. We would slide down, my brother and I.
What was her house called?
Her house was called Suits Me, and I think that's because it was small and it was in with all of these other big houses, and she knew that that's exactly what she needed.
I remember picking blueberries in the fields near Aunt Pearl's house, and I also remember that there was a Frank Lloyd Wright house down the street from her on the lake, and that on really clear days, you could see Chicago across Lake Michigan. Another memory I have of Aunt Pearl is that she traveled all over the world every summer when school was out, and she would bring me a book and a doll from each country. I still have books that she brought me from Australia and Japan. And when I would stay at her house, she would fix hot tea. It was jasmine tea, and she always had the dried jasmine flowers, and you would drop a jasmine flower in the hot tea, and it would open up. And I just thought that was the most elegant thing. What's another memory you have?
I was inspired by her reading and her books. Later in life, I became a librarian, school librarian, and I always attribute that to my Aunt Pearl and her sister, Aunt Goldie, who was a teacher in Spavinal, Oklahoma, and she taught the Native Americans. And those two women have always been strong in my life, and I think they were way before their time as independent women and traveling. And we have very warm memories of both of those women.
I love that. And I want you to know that you have inspired me and changed my life, just like they did for us. And I know now we're both going to start crying, but you got me riding bicycles and canoeing. So I'm happy to have you here, and it's fun to talk about our relatives and our family. I love you, Nancy.
I love you too, Miss Amy.